Now we will see the effect of ions on heart. Mainly the two have very important, that is effect of potassium on the heart and effect of calcium on the heart. So potassium there may be increased potassium levels of the extracellular fluid or the blood, as well as there may be condition in which there is decreased potassium levels. So which one is more dangerous? That is increased potassium levels, and high potassium levels in the extracellular fluid can lead to dilated or flaccid heart, that is which has poor contraction, and it causes the blockage of conduction of cardiac impulses from the atria to the ventricles. And if the levels are high, up to 8 to 12 milliequivalent per liter, these may cause lead such a weakness to the heart that it may cause death of that person due to stoppage of the heart. And then decreased potassium level also cause weakness of the heart. Now we move towards the calcium. So calcium levels there may be normal or at 8 to 10 milliequivalent per liter level of calcium. So if there is increased calcium level, it leads to increase so much increase in the contractility of the heart. There is which results in spastic contraction of the heart and may lead to death. क्योंकि whenever there is so much increase in the contractility, that there is tearing of the actin and myosin filaments, and it leads to stoppage of the cardiac contraction due to this increased contractility, and result in heart failure or death of that person. It means that increased calcium levels are more dangerous as compared to the decreased calcium levels. Decreased calcium levels has effects similar to the high potassium levels, and these cause flaccidity, means dilated heart and weakness of the heart. But most dangerous effect is that of increased calcium and increased potassium. Now we will discuss that how this potassium level affects the heart. So this is heart cardiac action potential, which shows resting membrane potential at minus 90 millivolt, then spike potential, then initial repolarization, plateau phase, and then repolarization. So what happens when there is excessive potassium outside over here? As a result of excessive potassium outside, there is more time is required for repolarization, means there is there is increased time required for the repolarization. That heart remains in the hypopolarization, means it takes more time to reach its resting membrane potential, because already there is suffocation of the extracellular fluid with the high potassium. So in repolarization there is movement of potassium from the inside to the outside, but as there are more potassium in the surrounding, so these potassium which are inside, they will take a longer time as compared to